Today, we're going to talk about the fastest path to self-improvement. Look, if you're anything like me, you're all about growth. You want to get better, you want to live a better life, and you always want to be striving to be that best version of yourself with a life that reflects that. And so today, I'm going to share with you the top tip that is the fastest path to self-improvement. What I want to jump into today, guys, is a little bit about my story with self-improvement and how I found this fastest path, the thing that has helped me to grow the very most out of everything I've done. I've invested over $100,000 in my self-improvement. I've read countless books. I've listened to so many podcasts, so many interviews, so many different videos. I've probably sunk thousands and thousands and thousands of hours as well as dollars into my own personal growth. I've gone as shallow as something as just like reading a book or writing in my journal. And I've gone as deep as going to Costa Rica or different places to drink ayahuasca and experiment with psychedelics and all sorts of crazy shit just to force myself to grow, just to get better and learn more about myself and how I can improve, how I can shed the layers of baggage or limitations, heal from past trauma and limiting beliefs and all these different things. And so what I'm here to tell you today, guys, is what I found to be the fastest path to self-improvement. I found this originally when I was probably like 14. I started going out in the world and shoveling driveways for people and doing all sorts of things. That then led me to getting into sales, then into selling real estate, and now building a coaching business and online brand. And the fastest path to self-improvement is actually entrepreneurship. It's really easy to grow when you're just doing it on your own. When you're just like, oh, I read a cute little book and I listened to that podcast and it made me feel really good. I watched a David Goggins video or someone else and now I'm feeling fired up. It's a hell of a lot different to do that than to go and apply what you're learning and the skills that you're gaining along the way to an actual project, to something that is public facing. So you are going to have to face yourself, and I had to face myself and still do on so many different levels when I choose to apply it to a business or some venture that forces me to take what I'm learning and share it with the world, to put myself out there and to build something that other people can critique or even be a part of. You know what I mean? Whether that's me selling a product or me building, some people build software and different things like that, or whatever the entrepreneurial venture is, that is the fastest path to self-improvement because, again, you have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to face yourself on so many different levels. It's rapid application and implementation of the stuff you're learning. So when you learn just for learning's sake, it's like mental masturbation. It's really fun, but does it really get you anywhere? Most of the time, no. You need something to apply it to, and that's where entrepreneurship is like my favorite path to growing quickly, to self-improving, because if you have limiting beliefs about money, guess what? You're going to have to work on those. If you have confidence issues, you're going to have to work on that. If you have communication issues, you're going to have to work on that. And in my own story, I've had to work on so many different things because of my entrepreneurial ventures. Initially, it was, man, I'm terrified to talk to other people. Bam, solved that one. Later on, it was, hey, I'm terrible at talking on a camera. Bam, solving that one. I'm not saying I'm perfect, man, but I'm here. I'm showing up. And that led to a lot of other skills and things I had to overcome along the way. And a big part of entrepreneurship is it forces you to rely on yourself. It forces you to think really big because you have to think a little outside of the box. You're not taking the normal beaten path where you're just going to school and getting a job and that whole honestly bullshit story we're fed about what the good life really is. And in reality, that's not it. The good life is freedom. The good life is options and opportunity. And in my opinion, that comes from some form of being an entrepreneur where you're going to go out and start your own thing, or at least an intrapreneur where you're maybe in a career, but you're leveraging it to get yourself ahead more than just collecting a paycheck and working until you can retire and die after playing on the beach for like 2 years when you're in the shittiest health and worst shape of your life because you're like 80 years old. No one wants that. So like I say, here's a couple things you can expect from entrepreneurship if you're not an entrepreneur. You are going to have to not only take something from your mind, an idea that doesn't exist yet, and materialize it into reality through sheer effort and will and creativity, but then you're also going to have to take that thing and go present it to other people that can shit on your dreams or talk badly about what you're doing, or even just give you constructive criticism about what it is you're building. And it might suck. And I've definitely built things that have sucked. I mean, go watch a couple of my first videos. They're not amazing. And some of my other content or other things that I've done, even like the first couple of times I worked with real estate clients, it wasn't great. Or the first couple cars I sold, it wasn't great. Even back when I was 12 years old to 14 years old, even shoveling driveways. The first couple probably weren't that great, but I was able to apply what I learned every single time I entered the arena of entrepreneurship and grow as a person, which is transferred into every single area of my life. I'm better in my relationships. I have a better mindset. I have way more self-confidence. Like right now, here's the thing. I'm a crazy bastard. I know that what I'm embarking on, building this personal brand and doing all these crazy things, it makes no sense to most people, and that's okay. But because of my entrepreneurial experience, I've instilled in myself the crazy belief that, look, if I set my mind to something, I'm going to figure it out. It might take me a second. It might not be pretty. It might not be perfect, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to fucking figure it out. And entrepreneurship will surely do the same for you. So yeah, anyways, today's more of a passionate rant. I hope you got some value out of it. The quickest path to self-improvement is entrepreneurship, because there is nothing quite like it to not only free yourself from limitations and other bullshit beliefs and conditioning and other things that you've been programmed with in your upbringing. Entrepreneurship will cure that right up, because you got to get over all that shit to be successful as an entrepreneur. It's also going to free you financially in your lifestyle and ultimately in the way you approach your life, because you are going to build the skills, the mindset, and the actions that allow you to get out of the box that most people are in, where you just work till you die, you stay in debt, and you live a mediocre life, which I don't know about you. I want to live a big life. I want to help so many people that it's just absolutely crazy, and I want to have a hell of a lot of fun along the way. So if you want to join me, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, leave a comment on what you took away from today's video. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you planning on being one? And what kind of videos would you want to see in the future for me to support you on that journey? Are you in a career looking to leverage that career to make more money and ultimately maybe exit to being an entrepreneur? Or are you wanting to stay in that career and figure out how you can structure your life in such a way to win even with being an employee? Or are you the crazy one like me who burns the boats, jumps in the deep end, and figures it out as you go? If so, what do you want to hear? Let me know. And until next time, guys, love y'all. See you in the next video.